in my clinic. I was like, okay, it's cold.
So now I get to be, and is a registered physiotherapist with over 20 years of experience. She's worked. Orla uses up-to-date information to challenge abilities and to elicit the brain retrain. Boba?
Yes, Boba training.
Certifications and neurodevelopment training. Any new technologies or techniques available to manage a condition, it is trained, which is also the newest form of exercise and easily adaptable at all levels of mobility. And of course, the reason we're all
for the speech therapy, I'm actually big trained, which is for the physio side of things. It's all based on neuroplasticity, which is an Australian group, but based on the same thing, all neuroplasticity. But I will tell you what the light therapy is all about. Community sort of feeling is another component, the light therapy itself. So it's something new timing because they were looking to try and start a big clinical trial in Hamilton. We can actually publish results, okay? We are surrounded by it. It is, you know, it's totally everywhere. It's in different, you can see it, you can feel it, you can feel a lot better. You get your vitamin D from it, from the sun. So again, it's light and it can give you a different spectrum, but it's still light. Lightning is energy, it's electrical, it's can't really see it. It can be beautiful in the right ways. And then the stars is our symptoms or improve our way of living. Low-level laser therapy, all of these different names, okay? It's all meaning the same thing, photobiomod, quite a long time, or light therapy, it's really been quite a long time. You know, you have the ancient Greek that they're doing in here. Again, this is prescriptive sunlight, the affective disorder. You've got laser lights that you would use on scar tissues. So, you know, these are some of the other well-known type of light that is available for people. I'll go through these in a little bit and I'll give you a demonstration of what it looks like. Of how we're harnessing that light and energy. We improving it and how can we normalize it. Some of the conditions that have been around for arthritis, you've got tendinosis, you've got muscle fatigue, you've got, yes, it does. In the right conditions, it definitely can. There's been over 800 randomized controlled trials. We've got, you know, well over 8,000. For our clinical trial that we used, so I'll just backtrack a little, and it showed that, okay, the symptoms of the Parkinson's improved by using full enrolled with our trial in Hamilton. We had 2 arms, so there was one arm where treatment, the other group just had 8 weeks of treatment. At the end of the day, where everybody actually fully completed both arms, okay? Be quite bright. As long as people are not epileptic or light sensitive, you can actually see them, which is actually very good. And then you have, it's a little bit irritating to change it. I keep telling the company, it's like, so this is in standby. Again, you use it on your gut, but so it's like 3, 3, and 3. So that's twice, and 24 minutes of the helmet. So half an hour, 3 times a week. Tissue about where you actually want it to improve on. And yes, it's shown with MRI. We didn't have the budget for that. So the visible red light, the light that you saw, the big bright red, has superficial penetration, so it's a little bit higher up than the deeper near invisible, starting to get down onto the brain tissue. It may not get right down into the deep ones, but it will get. It's been used for treating those conditions as well. So it's a bit of a wider spread, so you're going to a greater area sort of treated rather than the 1 point. Mitochondria are like the power cell of your cell itself. The mitochondria gives you energy for your cell. So when we activate the mitochondria, we can ATP, and then the light therapy helps to generate that or improve that. If there's any sort of micro damage in there, we don't know at that point about whether there needs to go to. It will not produce more dopamine. It just helps to move. This one is, again, it's a highly inflammatory condition that affects the brain. Again, it gets your cells excited to improve some of the, how everything improves your immune response. So it helps to all of that white blood cells to actually produce more of the platelets and everything else that actually, it's neuroprotective. So survival against disease and injury, again, it improves some of the surgery. So even a root canal, if anybody's had that, you do light surgery beforehand, it will reduce and out of the brain as well, which is onto the brain. There is, you know, you're looking at damage to the mitochondria with the light, a lot better. Same thing with the, it can improve some of the inflammation and your immune responses. So some of the treatment within the gut, when you actually treat the gut, what a bit more and you feel bloated and you feel sluggish and you're just not happy with sort of in the gut. Who said that he wanted to smell his coffee, but he started to actually smell the dog poop as he picked it up. Again, not as well known to be used for those with the Alzheimer's group, but it was energy levels. So if your energy levels, your body cells are moving a little bit better, you're not as constipated, you want to get out, you want to leave your house a little bit more, you feel more but better. But all of your other exercises that you're doing on in here are super. Well, is still, it's completed, but the results haven't been published yet. But in my clinic, we have been using the red light therapy. It's wonderful at exercise. I can't keep up with him. He's doing absolutely everything that you're supposed to be doing and more. Let's try the light therapy. So we did it in August. He would have started in around August time. And this is just his writing. So somebody that has tremor dominant. So that's a side-by-side road when he did the same thing. Again, nothing had changed. Cool. But he maintained his writing. In fact, I think that one is a little how he's doing by using the helmet. Just because things, and he was able to do the cross. Then there is another one who is was beginning to find that when she was diagnosed with Parkinson's, she was becoming a little bit depressed as well, and her work was being affected. Now, as a speech therapist, she really did have to do lots of different things, pulling stuff out of files, and then during the daytime, and then she became a lot more social as well with everybody. Now, one thing with her, it did work, but it's just do it with neurology support. Easy type of treatment. It is a really good adjunct to your medication and your exercise. Therapy and with all of the other stuff that you may be doing as well. Directly related to the red light or not remains to be seen, or whether it's a second sleep a lot better, because you're sleeping a lot better and your fatigue is better during the day. Optimum studies, and it improves your alertness if you're getting better quality sleep and you're feeling a lot. The trial results right now. So we've had, again, over 64 people in our trial. Some were blinded with placebo. They're seeing benefits that are like, oh, it's not wow, oh my goodness, I feel so much better. So some people have, and everybody's different, some people are feeling like, okay, my urgency is no longer there, I'm not anxious. So I have seen difference with people, but I haven't seen somebody come in and say therapy that's made a difference. So for me as a clinician, it's been nice to see that. Just another option for you as an idea of what might work for you. 64 people, so you say, what happened to those 4? One person just decided that he didn't want to go through the whole lot at all, so we had to pull him out away. But again, it wasn't the light therapy, it was COVID that actually stopped him from continuing. It had the thinning of the hair in the back. 2 people ended up in our trial. They had a very mild headache and trial it at home. I had been starting to do it with just, okay, here's increase it to 4 or 5. And then you see more of an effect that way. New from Simbex, and I can give you a 10% off. Actually, there's a cost of it, but there's nothing exactly where you are, and then I can reassess you at the end to say, you know, worse. We don't want things to progress. We want to try and keep you on an even keel, and that you're not upping your medication all of the time. Every time you go see, been reported that they've done that. So you can.
So can you rent and then decide this is working? And
the research devices have been used. They're perfectly fine. They're good. I mean, for Simbex, but they have a really nice helmet now, so it's finished a lot nice. One from the company, and you get warranties from them, whereas this is not warranted. Light has been proven to show that it is. It can bias you a little bit to show that it actually improves with people. There are some people that you need to just ramp up really, really, really slow. Might just need a little bit longer. And again, just how Parkinson's is different in everybody.
Did all the people in the trial, did they use both the helmet
it's a trial. But clinically, outside of that, I can, me or as a clinician, but not as a part of a research trial. Yeah. About it. And we'll do a big announcement. We'll be able to show the results from that. MRIs or even the lab work. But there's going to be another big trial of over 100 people where they're going to start looking at the MRI. Yeah. But they had small sample sizes. It wasn't a very large size. Not actually do light therapy or continued with it. Again, smaller sample size, but one of them went on the Lancet, so if you have a look to find it. Yeah, here in Canada as well. Yeah. Any other questions? There's a bit more research to show how it improves.
And that's the concussion.
Orla, maybe we'll have you come back and give us some results once
Yes,
you have
absolutely.
that study. That would be fantastic, and maybe we can include some